it to me. You know me better than I do. Can't seem to keep nothing from you. Nobody ever loved me like you.
Hello my angels, welcome back to my channel. Sduzondo. We do all things motherhood and self-care here. I hope that you do enjoy, and if you do, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section, and of course subscribe. Hello my angels, welcome to another sit down video. This is sort of like a continuation of what we have already started. But you guys, before we even carry on, before Sikubege, I just want to say thank you so much for the love that you guys have shown me in my previous sit down video. Oh my goodness, you guys, the response was absolutely amazing, and nothing makes me happy than realizing Oguti. Some of you guys actually needed to hear some of the things that I spoke about in that video. So yeah, it really makes me happy. So let's get into it. I am sipping on some tea. It's not a cold day, but it's a gloomy day. So I want you to also grab yourself something to drink or something to snack on before we get into it. I feel like the mood is set, the vibe is set, it smells good here. I love the smell of my candle. So yeah, you guys, let's get into it. I don't know why I'm saying whew. What I wanted us to talk about today, it's like episode 2 of what we started talking about, which is dating as a single mom. But I did mention in the previous video over to you guys, I have found my person. Okay, I have found the man of my dreams. I guess you can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I have found my person. So yeah, I wanted to share a story time. So today's a bit of a sit down / story time, because some of you guys did ask me how I met my partner. And I think not only just in the questions that you guys asked me during the poll that I posted, but I think even previously when I started sharing on my vlogs, Uguti, I am officially dating, I'm officially off the market. You guys asked me how I met my man. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's sip some tea first. Because I've got some tea for you guys. Okay, not really guys, I've got drama. It's just a plain simple story, but I think this is still hot. Yep, it's still hot. Anyway, it's definitely still hot. So how I met my partner. So you guys, one thing about it, they never lie when they say the minute you start relaxing and not actually searching for love, it finds you, you guys. It definitely does. So what happened was, I was just living my life. I was open to meeting new people. I was open to dating, and this was last year. I met him last year. So I basically was open to meeting people. So if you are new here, my friend, one of my best friends, Unomzamo, got Lobolile last year, December. So my friend Lobolile last year, December, and in preparation of that whole ceremony, so I also do have a vlog of the actual day of my friend's Lobola day. I do have a video. If you haven't checked it out, I will pop a link somewhere in the description box if you do want to see it. So last year December, Lobola guys, we're excited, we're preparing for the big day. Oh my goodness, it was just absolutely amazing. I was there for my girl, making sure that everything that she wanted, on that day, and making sure that her day would be absolutely amazing. Okay, so Kandimina, I had no idea. God had other plans for me. Okay, so so the reason I'm also saying that I was open to dating during that phase in my life, or that part, there was a time in my life I was actually dating guys. I was going out on dates. But in particular at that time I was going out on dates with one person. just chatting to that person, getting to know each other. Yeah, and we had gone out on dates and stuff like that. But I remember having a conversation with my friend Unomzama, and I'm just like, yeah, this guy's not serious, Mgani. Like, he's just not serious, he's not intentional. Ngati, he doesn't know what he wants. Like, it was just one of those where a guy is like courting you. And I think also maybe the problem with that specific situation was that guy, why got ding Funa since 2020. I think I met him in 2020. He wanted me, and then I was like, no. And then eventually I decided to give it a go. And even when I said no, like literally we didn't get to know each other, nothing. I was not open to dating at that time. No, I was, but just not him. So when I opened up myself to dating again, I started seeing him, we started chatting, went out on dates, and yeah, but I think the minute when Unomzamo, I had a conversation with her and realized, Uguti, look, this guy's not serious. And how you see Uguti, guy's not serious, guys, if we go out on a date, and things go well, he calls you, he checks up on you, he's, I don't know, to be quite honest, that situation was confusing because he would show like serious interest, and then sometimes he wouldn't show any interest. So being confused. Guys, I would spend time watching videos on TikTok and YouTube of how to know, or signs or that you will see when a guy really likes you, or signs when a guy guys, I was drowning in those videos. I would literally spend a Saturday on my couch watching those videos, trying to figure out if this guy likes me or not. Yeah, and I also think that when we started having conversations about getting married, possible marriage and all of that, he was just on the fence about all of that. And yeah, so bengekho sure. But anyway, while during that time with that guy, me trying to figure out what's the situation with this guy, my friends and I travel Siham before that weekend to Mpumalanga, and Unomzamo, it was going to be her Lobola day on Saturday. So cool, good stuff. We prepare for the Lobola day for my friend. Everything is nice, everything is good. We're just excited. I was like, okay, this weekend I just want to have a good time, you guys. It was not even a weekend of me saying I want to meet someone. No, I was just like, I just want to have a good time, celebrate my friend, have a good time with the girls, and that is just about it. Okay, great. So then Saturday comes, you guys. We're running up and down, preparing for the day. I remember Babalo and I had to go to Woolies to go buy things for the shakuri, the cheese board. Because I mean I'm a creative person, and so I love doing cute things. So my friend was like, you guys are going to be charge of this, but there was a lot of things we were in charge of. But before Kalama Lobola, we go buy Lizzo Zinto from Woolies with Pabs. We come back, we prepare the board, the negotiating, family or abantu abadala bafike to negotiate. They get there, the negotiations start going, you guys. Okay, sharp, we're hanging out with my friends, just chilling, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then the day goes by. Right after that, the event goes well. Siyaphaka and everything. I'm making sure the way she wanted things to go, they go exactly as the way she imagined it, like serving her husband's family and all of that. So amongst the mix of the people who were there, it was a mixture of abantu abadala, it was a mixture of brothers, but guys, my eye was not like, who's that, what's going on? But no. So it wasn't like that at all. So yeah, the day goes by, the negotiations happen, we eat, I remember Nomzamo with her partner and his family, they were all sitting in one place. We set up this other table where we put flowers and placemats and all of that, like decorated it, and that would be where her husband, fiance at the time, where they would sit and just break bread and talk about how amazing the day was. And yeah, so we were not really going to sit there. I remember right after serving people, Pabs and I, we dished up, we were sitting outside just eating, you know, minding our own business, eating, because everything had gone well. And yeah, okay guys. So this house was big, right? Big, like the house was big. So and there were a lot of people, a lot of moving parts in that moment, right? So eventually after, I remember some of the girls would be sitting in the pool area, by the pool area, and then some people were inside the house, some people were, you know, they were all over them. Some people were sitting upstairs, some people were sitting downstairs. So yeah, and then I remember Nomzamo's cousins were sitting by the pool area. They were just chilling, I think having a few drinks and stuff. Yeah, but it was like almost at the end of the day. But clearly they're sitting, chatting and stuff like that. And then I walk out. I don't know what I was going to do there, but I think I was going to speak to them about something or just hang out with them. Yeah, because Nomzamo was busy with her partner's family and all of that. So, oh, this tea is so good. Okay, cool. So as I walk out, so I'm walking out. So when you walk out I came out of the back door because the pool was right at the back. So I came out of the back door, the kitchen door, to go to the pool area. But when you're also sitting by the pool area, you can sort of see the front part of the house, but ngeni engel. And then there was like a group of men, like guys sitting there. Yeah, boom. And I remember when they were all walking in as the family, because, okay, so there was a group of guys sitting there. Okay, cool. Let me explain that part a bit. There was a group of guys sitting there and stuff like that. So I'm walking, just minding my business, walking. Okay, then I sit by the lapa. There was like a little ledge thingy by the pool area. So I sit where the girls are sitting. So as I sit down and I look like across Niabo, and Lapanda, there's like the porch area and there's people, like guys sitting there. And I look across, man, kids, guys, I even had a moment by myself. I was like, I had that moment of, yeah. I swear to God. But like my friends were not there. It was just Nomzamo's cousins who were sitting there. But I actually think I said the out loud to a point where they were like, what's wrong? Yeah, well, but I was like, and then man getting, I see this dark chocolate man sitting there and uyangbuga. I'm like, hi. So like ngaphakathi, I had that gambuga. Then I was like, snap out of it. I snapped out of it. I quickly stood up and I walked back to the kitchen. But I had that moment, you know. I was like, okay, guys. A fun fact about me, I love a good dog, man. I love a chocolate man. Oh my goodness. Nomzamo and I always used to say, a man is melibe pepuli, okay, but not that dark. But I love a dark-skinned chocolate man. That's my type, okay. So when I saw that look and he was looking at me, I was like, damn. Okay, sharp, walk in, go back inside the house. Also carried on, minding my own business. I was not worried about anything at all. Didn't really pay attention to, oh my goodness, what's going on. No, just was like, oh damn, walked in, carried on, minded my business. And we went to Pabs. I don't even remember what we were doing. Went to Pabs, we were chilling. I think it was like the end of everything, so we were preparing to just be chilled. We were taking our drinks to start drinking and just hang out as girls, because everything had went well. We see happy, yabo. And then yeah, so I sort of want to share, because now that we're dating, I've heard his side of the story, and there's also my side of the story. So that was my side of the story. So the funny thing, okay, let me finish my side of the story. This is actually quite weird. But yeah, guys, I don't think in this very moment, I know maybe it would have been better if he would be here and you guys would hear my side of the story, but this is my channel, okay. This is as much as I'm willing to share for now. Yeah, anyway, so the day goes by, then abantu sebeyahamba, kuyapakishwa, people are getting ready to leave, and then finally abakhwenyane and his people, basically they were all getting ready to leave. So Nomzamo's in-laws, there's quite a lot of guys. I even remember before Nomzamo, when she would talk about her husband, she'd always mention how there's a lot of brothers. There's brothers on brothers on brothers. But even that, it was never a thing of mine where I would sit and think, oh, my friend's husband has a lot of brothers. Maybe someone's... No, guys, that's why I mentioned that thing where it's like when you are not searching, it finds you somehow. So, yeah, but... so then when we were getting ready to pack everything, Unomzamo gave her mother-in-law the baskets with the goodies, the cakes and the fruits and everything, all the nice things in the gifts that she had prepared for her mother-in-law. So Segia Hanja. So I'm walking out my friends, saying bye to the family, bye, bye, bye. As I'm walking out, I walk out, and then I walk out, and then he says, guys, I don't even remember, but he greets me. So because now we're walking out, and then he comes and he greets me. He's like, hi, yabo. And then funny enough, he speaks Zulu. So I'm thinking, guys, I thought this whole family is Venda. How is he speaking Zulu? That was my thought process. I'm like, why Loy Kulumi Zulu? Why is he speaking Zulu so well? Oh my goodness. So he's like, Unjani. I'm like, oh no, I'm good. Guys, that time I am blushing because I'm like, what are the odds of me catching you eyeing me there by the corner and then you out here greeting me now? But to be quite honest, I was hoping that he comes and he greets, I was just fingers crossed. So he comes, he greets me, he's like, Unjani, it's Ngapila. First of all, I'm still shocked by his accents, his Zulu, and then second of all, I'm still amazed by how good looking he is. Like, I'm just like, he's so dark. Yes. He just, handsome. So I'm like, oh yeah. And I think by then, by then, because when they arrived, they were wearing like traditional shirts with a bit of their traditional attire thing, then they have the little traditional material. Yeah, they were wearing that. So as the day went by, he changed. So he was wearing like an all black, there's this shirt of his that I always wear. So he was wearing that black shirt. Oof. He was wearing a black shirt and he's dark and he's chocolatey. I was like, eh. But guys, obviously I kept it. I was composed. Yeah, well, man just saying get shut up because we here. It's months later and we've been together. So yeah, I was just like that. And then he walks. As we walking, so he greets me. He's like, yeah, and then he asked for my number. And then, but somehow I was like, no, I'm gonna take your number, type of a thing. So, and then he asked me my name. I basically ask him his name, and then I'm still trying to ask. I'm thinking, is he also Venda? Like, what's going on? Is he Zulu? Like, guys, I've always told myself that Zulu men run. So I was ready to run. Once I'm Zulu, but I could hear Zulu. Sakuti is not really Zulu. Guys, my child is here. I will carry on in a few. So, we greet each other, and then he gives me his number. I take his number, he gives me his name, and yeah, I save it. And then they all get in the cars that they arrived in, and they go. Okay, cool. Then the day goes by. Now it's later on in the day. There are still people around and all of that. Just people hanging around, drinking, and we're just reminiscing and talking about how well the day went, and the girls and I changed. We got comfortable, went upstairs, and we started drinking. So then I tell my friend, I'm like, girl. So also, when him and I were talking, my friend Kanye was there, and Kanye saw the whole thing, and Kanye came out and she was like, that's definitely your type. I'm like, you already know, girl. Yeah, so they obviously leave, and I think I've mentioned that already. So we're sitting, and then I talked to Unomzamo and I let her know, I'm like, friend, who was that guy that was wearing something? So that, you know, and then she tells me, she's like, oh, so guys, she's like, oh yeah, that's my husband's brother. Yeah, well, like, Lord. So I'm like, oh, okay, great, you know. Yeah, and then so I want to now give a bit of his side of the story because we've spoken about this, of course. So he says that I only saw him when I was going to sit at the pool, but I'm just gonna like summarize his side of the story. But he says, yeah, he saw me like when they got there. So he's like, when they got there, he saw me, and he asked my friend's husband, oh, dude, who's that, type of a thing. And then his brother gave him the breakdown to say, oh, that's Nomzamo's friend, so and so, she's a good one, you know. Yeah, they had a mini chat about it. So like when we play back the day, yeah, he saw me, guys, besafiga, yeah, he was already eyeing me. And I mean, I only saw him like later on in the day, so we always laugh. And I'm like, dude, I only saw you at the time when I was going to sit by the pool. And then he's like, because the day was almost over, he was worried that he wouldn't get a chance to talk to me. So when he was sitting outside with his other brothers, he was hoping that he comes across me so him and I can have a conversation. So he says when he saw me walking towards the pool, and that's when we had that short eye contact, he felt like, yes. And then obviously then I walked back in the house, and I was nowhere to be seen again until it was time for them to leave. And he saw me and then came, introduced himself, and we exchanged numbers. Yeah, so but he was like, I saw you already, just figure who's that? That's definitely my type. So yeah, you guys. So I then tell my friend Baba, I'm like, friend, this is what happened, da, 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 da. But perhaps I think Pabs was outside somewhere, but I don't remember if she saw me and him. Like, I think she did, I'm quite sure. But anyway, we spoke about it. I tell you Nomzamo as well. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm so excited to text him, guys. You know that thing when you just can't wait. Oh, like you're just so excited to speak to that man. You're like, So I'm like, oh guys, like I really want to text him. So I tell them, Guti, he gave me his number. So I'm like, I really want to text him. My friends are like, nope, don't text him. Don't text him today. We're only going to text him tomorrow. Guys, the longest night. Okay, that night felt so long. Plus, we were having drinks as girls, like, and we were chatting, catching up, and begum nandi. And I just really wanted to speak to him. You know that moment when you're like, I really just want to speak to this guy, you know? But yeah, my friends are like, no. And Babalo is so strict when it comes to those things. Babalo was like, friend, no. Keep him in suspense. I was like, why? Why? I'm ready. Anyway, and I think another thing, you guys, this part is that it's so good for you when you feel like you're ready as a mom or just ready as a person. This is not even related to mothers. When you feel like you are ready and you're open to dating again. The previous me before, I would have probably not texted him, I would have probably shut him down because there was a guy who was pursuing me. But I could see this guy was not serious, and him and I were not in a relationship. And I remember we'd have those conversations, and my friends would say, be open to dating, guys. Be open to talking to multiple sounds wrong, but be open to talking to more than one guy. Date, and obviously dating doesn't mean you sleep with all these men. No, be open to getting to know different people, and that's okay. And then decide, this is what I'm going for. So me, a few years ago, I would have said, listen, Minaj, I would have made that choice myself without even speaking to him. I'd have made the choice to have a guy who's courting me, a guy who wants me, so I'm not going to entertain you. But in that moment, I had learned so much. This guy's not even serious. This guy didn't ask me to be his girlfriend. Me and him are not in a relationship. I'm just getting to know him. So I'm going to give him a chance as well. So I opened myself up to that. And the best decision I've ever made. Best decision I've ever made, guys. You cannot uzvalela my opportunity or shut yourself down from getting to know other people just because of a potential that doesn't even make sense, a potential just because he says he likes you and then he takes you on 1 or 2 dates and then you thinking, I'm not going to be open. No, don't do that. So yeah, I was open to it, and then the night went by, guys, the longest night. I held it through the night without texting him. And then the following day, we just got up, preparing to leave to come back to Joburg. Pabs and I were traveling together. So I remember when, in the morning when Pabs and I were leaving and stuff, I was like, friend, I'm ready to text him, Pela. And then my friend was like, okay, sharp again. Now we can start texting him. And then before we left in Mpumalanga, Pabs and I decided to have a brunch thing. There was this little cute spot on your way to Joburg. So we decided to sit down and have brunch. And I was like, friend, text him for me. Guys, those things when you're so excited to text a guy, but you don't want to say the wrong thing. So you're like, Mkani, what do I say? Friend, type it for me. Because I was so excited and so anxious, and oh my goodness. I was like, friend, what do I say? Type it for me. And Pabs is just like, girl. So Pabs grabs my phone and she types, hey, so and so, it's due here. Ooh, guys, from there the rest is history. So from there, you guys, we started talking non-stop. We got on like a house on fire, you guys. And the biggest thing for me is that there were never any gaps in between our communication. And when I started texting him, he was so happy and so eager. And he was just like, I've been waiting for this text type of a thing, yabo. And then now that, obviously we're in a relationship, I tell him, which, my friends are like, I shouldn't text you. And then he's like, what? Oh, but it's a joke now. But, so basically, you guys, I met the love of my life. I met my partner at my friend's wedding. Lobola negotiations kamganami is where I met my man, and so Nomzama's man and my man are related. I know. You know what? I feel like Nomzamo and I are soul sisters. Me and her were just meant to be as well. You know where they say you have a soulmate, not only just when it comes to men. I feel like when it comes to soul sisters, Nomzamo was definitely my soul sister, you guys. We share the same birthday week. She was born on the 4th of December. I was born on the 6th of December. A lot of things in they like this, so. But anyway, and the funny thing is, we always talk about it and look back, is that before Nomzamo got married, she was obviously dating her partner for a couple of years before Bamlobole. And it never popped up in their minds to hook us up. Friend, why? My type. Why, I'm joking. But yeah, and when we talk about it now, I always say I'm so grateful that it happened organically. It happened the way it was supposed to happen, because sometimes when people hook people up, kuba ne pressure, yabo, for this thing to actually work out. And the funny thing for us is that when we started talking, you guys, obviously my friend also Nomzamo, when she knew okay, now we're on the talking stages, we're getting to know each other, she would share with me okay, he's this type of a guy, whatever, and all of that, and you know, the back and forth. So this was also during December. So throughout our talking stage, when I was at home and he was also at home, which is throughout December, we would speak every day. Like, guys, we would talk we would talk. Okay, we would talk. And when I say from the first day when we started talking, it was just continuous, non-stop till today. Our bond is like that, where we just friends. We are lovers and friends at the same time. So what we did was, because obviously his brother, but Nakon, it's not like direct linked, but they're relatives. His brother is my friend's husband. So we wanted to elevate the pressure from our situation at that time, because we were not official or anything like that. So we kept it quiet. Nobody knew what was going on. My friend Dunumzam would say, how's it going there? What's going on? And I'd just be like, oh, good, nothing much, yeah. So after we started talking, none of the people around us were aware of our talking stage, or how well it was going, or how bad it was going. We just kept it to ourselves. Yeah, and that was also just to like elevate the pressure of our situation in that moment, because obviously if two of your favorite people eventually try to get to know each other, you're gonna want them to work out. So, and we also just wanted to make sure our relationship is working out, and we click and we get along and we into each other, because of just him and I, just us getting to know each other without any outside noise or anything. Not that the outside noise would be bad, no, but we just wanted to get to know each other for who we both each were. It was okay, this is the person that you are, this is the person that I am. And yeah, guys, from there, magic, you know. And also, even when we made it official and he asked me to be his girlfriend, we still kept it under wraps. And then I think it was after how many months? Was it after 2 or 3 months? I don't remember. But after a few months or after a few weeks, I don't remember, we then let the cat out of the bag. That okay, the talking stage went well. We decided, or he asked me to be his girlfriend. I agreed. And yeah, then we told Nomzamo, we told his brother, told everyone. And they were all like, what? You guys have been talking, Kahle, and Anischeli. I remember like Nomzamo, when she would ask me, so like I'll just be like, yeah. But to be quite honest, since that day of me starting to speak to that man, he has been consistent. He has been intentional. He told me what he wanted. I told him what I wanted. A lot of our values and a lot of the things that we want align. Yeah, so it was honestly just amazing from there. So yeah, you guys, that's how I met my partner. I met my partner at my best friend's wedding. So guys, ihambani emshadweni, but ningayi emshadweni yabantu thinking who's that, who am I gonna meet, ubani loya bakhona obhuti baba. Just go, you know. Just enjoy, let's live life, you know. Your person is going to find you. And then before I end it, you guys, I just want to share a little tip. Like, it's just one tip, right, for all you ladies out there, just to let you guys know something that I did, which I feel like it did play an impact on me finding my partner. And this is something that my friend did as well. I know Babalo did as well, and it also led her to an amazing partner. So I remember in that time in my life when I felt like, you know what, I'm ready to meet someone. God, where is my person? My friend was like, friend, just go to your diary. If you have a diary, this is for you as well, my angel. If you have a diary, if you have your notes app on your phone, whatever it is, just go there, write down a list of the things that you want from your partner, that you want from your dream man, that you want, and nje into efisayo kumuntu wesilisa, you know. So what I did is I had a list. It was literally, I think, if not 8 or 10 things of the things that I desired from my partner. And I do believe, Uguti, I wouldn't say that this was manifestation. This was more of a blessing, basically. I'd like to say it's a blessing from God, to be quite honest. I prayed over it. It's something that I had dreamt of and prayed over for years, you know. So I took a notes thingy and I wrote it down, right? I remember when we were just having deep conversations and I realized it's, oh my goodness, this guy. Yeah. And I went straight back to my notes on my phone and I took out that list of the things that I had prayed and dreamed for in my partner. And when I tell you, when I opened that list, I remember I wrote that list in 2021. Last year was 2023. I wrote that list in 2021. I don't know, all of a sudden I just felt the urge to find my list and go through it. And I tell you, that man ticked every point he ticked it. So there and there I was just like, wow, God. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so this is just like a tip for me, from me to you guys when it comes to dating, is that write down the things that you want, and also guys, be realistic about it. Let's also not write things that are far-fetched, you know. But anyway, let me not even say that. Just write the things that you dream of and the things that you hope for and the things that you pray for when you pray for umuntu wako that God is gonna bless you with. And I kid you not, one day you'll find yourself taking off that list and realizing, wow, God, thank you. And God is gonna bless you with an amazing man, you guys. I honestly do believe, whether we are single moms or not, we are going to find love. We deserve love. If you feel like I want love, and I pray for love, and I pray for my kingdom spouse, and I pray for, you know, it's going to happen, you guys. I am a believer of uNkulunkulu doesn't put certain ideas in our minds with him having no intentions of making sure those dreams and those hopes come to fruition. Honestly, I believe whether it's an idea that you have with business, with love, with friendship, whatever it is, your career, if it's an idea, uNkulunkulu beka that idea enhlizweni yakho nasengqondweni yakho for a reason. So yeah, you guys, and I am just also there out there to say, for my single mommies, you guys, again, I think I'm going to repeat this again, and I know that most of you guys agree with me in the comment section from the previous video. Let's not lower our standards. Let's keep praying for the amazing men that we want God us to bless us with, and He will. And I think after meeting my partner, I realized, wow, there are amazing guys out there, guys. They are genuinely amazing, kind men. Kind, sweet, generous, intentional men who love God, men who put God before anything and everything that they do. Bakhona, guys, bakhona. It's just that we gotta kiss all of these damn frogs, okay? And immediately, guys, when my man was like, I want you to be my girl, and I said, of course. Any other person over in Michelle or any other person that was trying to pursue me before that, blocked. Yeah, block them. Yeah, anyway, yeah, you guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you do, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Leave me a cute little flower emoji or comments in the comment section, and yeah, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.